All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They find some open field here. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First down, Cincinnati. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. All day, baby, all day.
Mixon with a first down carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. He gets this one to Boyd. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Complete to Tyler Boyd. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. On second down, here's Mixon. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
It's on field. It's on field. Hey, it's on.
Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. On line, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
To throw, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down now, Mixon. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he slings one that's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jannard Avery in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Nifty running by Beckham. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Up at the 29 now. They'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
Alert, 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 alert. Shoot, watch the shoot.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Run. No, check that.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And an alley to run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense will probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down. Almost back to the drawing board.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 12.
On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
180! Just like that. Just like that.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And an alley to run. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And now it's 2nd down.
On the double. Mike 51. Mike 51. Coming. Check, 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 check. General West.
2nd and 10. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, watch your leg.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, the 20, and now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, Yeah, they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Number 53, Mike 53.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now Brown. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
180. Let's go.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Tight down. There you go.
A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
20. Check 52's the mic. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Now a first down carry for Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
You gonna see me in your nightmares.
They run. Chubb. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, second and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Good. 180. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
They'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hustle.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Nearly a huge return. As it is, still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's got this down to the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. A run with Chubb on 1st down, not going to be a good one. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
180. We own them. We own them.
Here's Mayfield. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the 2nd half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And again, it's Chubb. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
I got one.
Mayfield to throw it. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
I smell fear now.
Room to run inside the 40. 23 yards to pick up there.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the 2nd level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read.
4 down. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They run it again with Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Mayfield. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. On the ground, it's Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. A try here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Demarius Randall.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
180! 52. What we got? Real. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Tighten up.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Point it right. Watch the twist.
Now Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why many old NFL coaches would say, don't use your quarterback in the running game.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Browns 55, Bengals nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be... Returnable, it's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Eifert. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And Callaway taking it in left side. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
first down. Harris. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. And that is caught by Darius Stewart. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He can run for it, and he will. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, partner, this drive has been a model of efficiency. They've done everything they've wanted to, and the defensive guys, they've got to be getting frustrated. They can't figure out how to get off the field.
Bound to lose one.
On first down, it's Harris. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Check 9, check 9.
They'll try and run with Harris. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They'll give it here to Brown. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll set up a throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And his kick here is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Again, it's Mixon. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Browns, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.